Afternoon, everybody. Last day of December, last day of 2025. I don't know about you, but I am ready to say goodbye to 2025. I don't know if anyone else is ready to say goodbye to 2025, but I certainly am. I'm eager to start a brand new year. I hope you are too. I'm gonna be on here for a little bit. I'm gonna kind of caveat this by saying I've got some household noises going on today. Got laundry and family kind of running in the background. Well, more importantly, family than laundry, right? But just so you know, I got to get things done, right? Got to multitask. So that's what we're doing. And I'm glad to have my sons here. They're an amazing help. And sometimes you gotta just let them do their thing. So I was gonna share a couple of requests, a couple of folks that have had some struggles this year, some friends. My mom passed in August, and I've got a friend whose dad just passed in December, just right before Christmas, and then another great channel that's here, kind of in our orbit. Her name is Amy, and I'm gonna link her channel down below to just have you pray for Amy. She was on a live Christmas Eve because her father had passed away the day before. So he passed away on the 23rd. And she was she was scrambling, trying to get a flight out to get with family to make arrangements. Of course, very unexpected and just crushing. So prayers for Amy, please. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, hey, Dan, handicapped traveler. Happy New Year. Yep, Happy New Year to you too, Dan. I know you're going to be ready to flip that calendar over to 2026. That's what I was just mentioning was I don't know about you, but I'm definitely ready to roll over to a new year and praying that this 2026 will be better. So, yep, 2026. Rodolfo, good to see you. So, yeah, Dan says, yeah, ready. Definitely. We are ready for a new year. I've got, like I said, I got a couple of things running in the background, but it's all good. Just regular household noises. I know, I'm sorry, Dan. I was mentioning, I don't know if you heard me mention Amy Rika or Rika. She has a channel, and she lives here in the United States, but she's from Germany, and her father passed away on the 23rd. She was doing a live stream on Christmas Eve, explaining that she was scrambling, trying to get a flight out of the United States so she could get to her family because her dad had just passed away. As hard as this year has been, I can't imagine trying to deal with all of that right before Christmas. So just incredible that Pinky's coming. Thank you, Rodolfo. Hey, Izzy, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, pray for Amy. And then I have another friend named Serja. Her dad passed away on just a few days before Christmas as well. Now this was after a long illness, but of course if somebody's sick in your family, you just, sometimes you're ready for it. Here's the way I look at it. My mom's cancer journey was weeks, and my dad's cancer journey was years. But it doesn't matter if it's weeks or years. It's like a car accident when you lose somebody. That's kind of the way I see it. Sometimes you're driving along and you see the collision is coming, right? And so you brace. You see it. You're about to get sideswiped, or maybe you're about to get smacked headlong, head first. Um, and you just close your eyes and you brace for it. And other times when we lose people, it's like being struck by lightning. It's totally unexpected, and it's an accident. Unfortunately, I've lost people that way. My grandfather, now he, again, older, but he had a heart attack and died the same day. It was just like one day they're there, and and Dan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My pastor suffered the same kind of loss in 2022. His wife died. She had a heart condition and she died. And it was complete, but it was, they thought they had it managed, and she passed away. So it's 2020 going into 2026, and he's healing, but it's devastating. So yeah, I'm sorry, Dan, your church had a member pass away Christmas Eve night. Hey, Barry, it's good to see you too. I'm so sorry. I will definitely pray. Carlos, Rolling with Carlos, that's a great channel. He's modded on here, so if you get a chance to check out Rolling with Carlos. Good to see you, Carlos. Happy New Year. Yep. That's what my prayer, before I read, that's going to be the prayer, is just that God will come into the middle of 2026 and just give us what we need. Not what we want, because that's not how God works, right? I mean, I'm not going to preach here, but God's not I'll put it this way. God is not my genie in a bottle. It's not his job to give me everything I want, but he provides our needs. So, hey, Susie, Happy New Year. Dan says, hello, Silverleaf. It's Susie. Silverleaf is Susie. Check out her channel. Lots of good talent on there. Arts, hikes, chasing scorpions in the backyard. It's all good. What's the temp? It's been about 30 degrees in the Carolinas, depending on where you're at, mountains, beach. What's the temperature where you're at, Susie? Get my Bible up here. 51. Oh man, that's cold. Guys are wearing jackets and stuff. Overcast. Yeah, that's why. That's why it's cooler. Yep. So, yep. So, anyone have, oh man, 11 people on here? What? You guys got nothing better to do? Guess not. So, if you have a specific prayer request, you can throw it out. Dan has a friend at church, a family at church that just lost somebody before Christmas. So definite prayers for them. Prayers for Amy. And I'll link Amy's channel. So Anissa, if I'm saying that right, that's hi. That's a pretty name. Thanks for coming in, Anissa. All right, well, I chased away a few of you. Now we have 7 people. So we'll pray. You're welcome. We'll pray, and then I'm going to jump in and do the rest of Matthew chapter 2, kind of where we left off with the Magi, the wise men visiting Jesus and bringing gifts, and then what happened after that. And then we'll talk a little bit about Herod, because he's an interesting character. Almost at 1,500. That's awesome, Carlos. All right. Let's talk to the Lord. Let's talk to the Lord here for just a minute. Father, thank you for loving us. Thank you for caring about us, especially when we're in pain, especially when we're struggling, especially when we can't figure things out. Lord, I just lift up a prayer for all of those that are just hurting right now, and especially families who've lost loved ones in 2025. Lord, I thank you for Dan. I thank you for his strength, and I thank you for his faith in you. Lord, I pray for Amy. Lord, I thank you that she was able to get to Germany to be with her family. Lord, give them just some kind of clarity, some kind of direction. Help them lean lean on each other and lean into you, Father. Lord, I pray for Serja, and I pray for peace for her and her mother for the same reasons, Lord. Thank you for that you do give us peace that passes all understanding. Lord, we know we put 2026, we got to remember to just keep it in your hands. It's so easy to stress and just try to take the burden onto ourselves. But Lord, we can cast our burden on you. Thank you for that. We ask in your name. Amen. All right. So Matthew chapter 2, and the wise men had just presented their gifts to Jesus, right? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh, which of course is valuable even now, and even more valuable 2,000 years ago. Now, there's been talk of why they were, maybe these were items that were used later for Jesus when when his body was placed in the tomb. We don't know that for sure. But, did what may, or maybe it was God's way of providing his parents. Here's his parents end up not being able to stay where they're living. And here's why. So if you look at Matthew chapter 2, verse 12. So being divinely warned in a dream that they, the wise men, should not return to Herod, they departed for their own country another way. So they went back home another way. So now, when they had departed, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Rise, take the young child and his mother, flee to Egypt, and stay there until I bring you word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. And Joseph rose and took the young child and his mother by night and departed for Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the Lord through the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw he was deceived by the wise men, was exceeding angry. He sent forth and put to death all the male children who were in Bethlehem and all its districts, from 2 years old and under, according to the time that he had determined from the wise men. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, A voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation, weeping, and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, refusing to be comforted, because they are no more. Now when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Rise, take the young child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel, for those who sought the young child's life are dead. He rose, took the young child and his mother, and came to the land of Israel. But when he, Joseph, heard that Archelaus was reigning in Judea instead of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. And being warned by God in a dream, he turned into the region of Galilee. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophets. He shall be called a Nazarene. Okay, that's the end of Matthew chapter 2. Okay, I wanted to back up a little bit. So obviously Jesus is, I guess, a toddler. You see a lot of nativity scenes at this time of year where they have Mary and Joseph, and baby Jesus is laying in a manger, and then you have some shepherds maybe, and you have some animals, and then you have these wise men. When my grandma would put out her nativity scene, it always included the wise men, but it sounds here like the wise men came much later, maybe up to 2 years later, and so Jesus is not a baby anymore as much as he's a toddler. Does that make sense? So Joseph is really, I mean, what an incredible person. You don't hear much about Joseph. They don't say much about Joseph, but he's so in tune with the Lord. He's so in tune with God. He doesn't make a move until he hears from God. I mean, if I'm a parent, right? If I think my child is being threatened, I mean, you're scrambling, right? I mean, forget it. You're just like, you know. But Joseph, has the presence of mind. I mean, it says he was afraid, but he still had the presence of mind to wait to see what the Lord had to say before he took the next step. Oh man, to have that kind of faith. I mean, that's incredible. That's incredible. So, and at this point, this whole region, this area is being occupied by the Roman government. And this is the might of the Roman army. So Herod, he is the king of this area. And so when he hears from the wise men, the wise men say, where's the king of the Jews? We're coming to worship the king of the Jews. They come to Jerusalem first. And they're basically looking for Jesus, but they're looking, where is he? And Herod is just, his mind is racing, right? The wheels are turning. What's going on here? I'm the king. But he's shrewd, he's evil, he's got this, he's like a fox. He's like, instead of screaming, I'm the king, he says, wait, okay, this king, tell me more about that. Give me some more information here. Give me more information. And when you find this king, let me know so I can come worship him too. Lie, right? So he has no intention of worshiping Jesus. He wants to destroy him. And God knows this. And so there's really this great cosmic battle that's going on, right? I'm just talking here. This is just me kind of commenting. It's not, it's just me thinking out loud. So feel free to chime in. It's an intense situation, incredibly intense situation, and a dangerous situation for Jesus, because Herod wants to destroy him and probably his whole family. So he intends to send the might of the Roman army. This is like, doesn't say how many, but these they go out in legions, right? They go out in huge groups. He sends a whole legion, probably, of Roman soldiers to destroy Jesus. And so they come into Bethlehem and they slaughter every they call it the slaughter of the infants, 2 years old and under. Unbelievable. I mean, it's the brutality, it's so cold and so awful that God has to move his son out of the way. And the poor women, I mean, those poor mothers have had their soul torn out. It's just unbelievable. Herod, as a person, you can imagine, he's not a good guy. He's a terrible person. He actually, Herod, he actually killed some of his own. Josephus talks about how Herod had one of his own wives murdered because he thought she was conspiring against him and uh, pulling a power play behind his back. So he has her killed, his wife, his own wife, and one of his sons, not Archelaus, because Archelaus comes behind him after he's died. Okay, and he's just as cruel as his father. He learned at the feet of the master. It's just it's your what is it, like Game of Thrones, right? House of Cards. I mean, it's cutthroat, and it's just a completely different way of operating. We don't, as Americans, we just don't, or Americans, if you're a regular person, you just don't understand how anybody could operate like that. But God knows the heart. He knew what was in Herod's heart, and he knew the plan that Herod had before he even spoke it, and he had to interrupt it. So, and in the process, the words that are spoken about Jesus in the Old Testament, it's all being fulfilled. It's coming to pass exactly the way it was prophesied in the Old Testament. So Jesus is now living in Nazareth, and in our next slide, we'll talk about, we'll read and talk about how, he's in Nazareth. That's a fulfillment of prophecy, and how Jesus starts his ministry, how he comes in and he starts to travel through the region of Galilee, and fulfilling the mission that God put on him and put on his life. So thank you. Thanks for joining me. Dan's our greeter. We've got cute. Here I go. I'm going to show my age now. Cute okay, cute corpses. All right. Thanks for coming in. There's 3 of us in here. All 3 of us. Does the 3, I wonder if the 3 includes me. I don't think it does. But if you've got a prayer request, or if you've got a comment, you can put it down in the comments after this gets posted. I'll add the links, and I'll add the scripture that we read and talked about, and you can make any comments you want. I'm all good. Comments, prayer requests, whatever you need down there. We'll put it in the comments. We'll pray about it. It is 2:20 here, 2:23. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be up till midnight tonight. Will you be up till midnight tonight, Dan? In cuteness? Cute? Are you guys gonna be up late? Are you gonna ring in the new year? Doubtful. Yeah, Dan says doubtful. I usually mean to. I usually stay awake until about 11. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it till midnight. We'll see. Our sons plan on it. We'll see. I've been watching some of so they're already celebrating in certain parts of the globe. Places like Korea, Taiwan, in Asia, they've already rung in the new year, literally with bells and stuff. ASMR with Jess. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for saying hi. Dan says hi. Jess, I have a I have a niece named Jessica, so, and she goes by Jess. Can't think of what else. My grandparents used to, grandparents used to eat certain foods, like they had to have black-eyed peas. I think it was like a luck, or this was before they really before they became Christians. Afterward they didn't, it didn't have anything to do with luck, right? Christians don't really operate in the whole. We believe, we don't believe in luck. Okay, we believe in the Lord, not luck. So, and but when I was a kid, my grandparents you had to have black-eyed peas on New Year's. So, and like corned beef, I could be wrong on that one. It's been so many years, I can't remember. I was a kid. But we already made, we were out of town for Thanksgiving, and then after we came home, so we had our turkey dinner with our sons here. We had turkey for Christmas. So we probably, we won't do anything special for New Year's Eve. My one son, my sons will probably go to church tonight, and we're probably, my husband and I will probably lay low. We don't do much. We can drive at night. It's not that we can't drive at night. It's that we, especially on a night like tonight, New Year's, we tend to be more careful, and we'll probably stay in and lay low. So Dan says pork and sauerkraut. I didn't get sauerkraut, so pork and cornbread tomorrow. Got it. For New Year's Day then. Got it. Yeah. Pork and cornbread. They got plenty of that in the Carolinas. I could go out and get that in a heartbeat. Lots of pulled pork and cornbread around here. Tons of it, actually. Got some good barbecue places and pulled pork. North Carolina has more of a pulled pork, a roasted pulled pork, and then they put like a vinegar type sauce on it, or a seasoning. It's more like a seasoning. And then parts of South Carolina do like a traditional sauce barbecue. And then they're like, the closer you get to like Georgia and places like that, some of them have like a mustard based barbecue, which I'm not fond of. I mean, I'll eat it. I won't turn it away if somebody gives it to me, but mustard is not my favorite. So, yeah. But I'm not picky. Somebody makes it for me, I'll eat it. I'll eat it. Pork and sauerkraut is a German tradition, yeah. Yep. Especially where Ohio, Pennsylvania. We were in Ohio for Thanksgiving, Dan. My husband's family is from there. And he had not been, he stays in touch with his siblings, but we hadn't been up there and spending time with them in a while. We had so much going on with my mom and his mom. But this year we were like, no, we need to get up there. And his sister invited us up to her place in Ohio for Thanksgiving, and we went. We was like, no, we're not going to turn. We're definitely not going to turn that down. We're going to go spend time with her. So, yeah. But my husband's family is from Ohio. My family's from Michigan, and my sister lives in Indiana. Most of her crew is in Indiana. So Ohio, Indiana, Michigan. So we will be spending more time up there this year. And I'll keep you guys in my pocket and let you come along. And then let's see. We've got my mother-in-law's birthday is this coming week, and we're gonna take her we're gonna take her out and show her some lights and stuff. There's one of the light festivals in this area. Well, it's not in this area. It's not even in this county. It's in the next county over. But they're extending their holiday. They call it holiday. They're extending their light festival, Christmas light festival, out through mid-January, I guess. So we're going to take her to see that for her birthday. Oh, what part? The part of Ohio, Columbus. Closer to, yeah, Columbus. That's where my husband's dad is from. He went to be with the Lord, oh man, I want to say 2021. But the Columbus area is where my husband's dad, my father-in-law, and all his family's from, that area. Little south of you. Okay, gotcha. Got ya. Yeah, we were there for Thanksgiving. We were eating, and we looked out the window, and it's snowing. It's snowing sideways on Thanksgiving Day. And my husband and I looked at each other, and we're just like, oh, it's snowing sideways. But it only did it for about 5 minutes or so, and it didn't stick. The roads had been the pavement was just too warm. And then the next day was the game, right? Michigan, Ohio State. So we decided we were going to leave early that day because it was going to snow again, and it did. It started snowing in Michigan. It was snowing in Ann Arbor during the game, and then it was moving. It was slowly moving south, right? You probably got some of that snow, Dan. Was the day after, was like the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And we left, we left the Saturday because Friday we were still hanging out with family. And then we left Saturday, before the game, before the game started, we headed out early. But it was to get ahead of the system that was coming from that state up north, right, and coming down through Ohio. That was the day of the game. So that's what we were doing. So some wasn't bad enough last night. Oh, or snow. Some wasn't bad enough I'm sorry. Let me try this again, Dan. My bad. Some wasn't bad, though last night and today has been heaviest snow this year. Ooh, wow. How much snow, how much precip did you get? You didn't get like a foot of snow, did you? My brother, they had that whole, my brothers in Michigan, they had that whole, what do they call it, bomb cyclone thing. It's a crazy weather term, gets everybody worked up. Bomb cyclone, it's where the temperature drops like more than 10 degrees in a short, it's like a steep temperature drop in less than 2 hours or less or something like that. And the temperature went down 14 or 15 degrees in like an hour and a half. And that's where that comes from, I guess. So, but it was cold up there. Is it still snowing? About 6 inches, Dan says. Supposed to keep snowing through Friday. So we'll see how it gets. So today is Wednesday. It's the last day of December. So it's is it supposed to snow from now through Friday? Like continuously? That's a lot of snow. Not right now. Okay, so intermittent. Thank goodness, because man, I hope you're set with stuff, Dan, because that wow, that's crazy. Well, be safe. And I hope and pray that you all have, like I said, we're going to ring in a new year here in just a few hours, thankfully. I'm ready. I'm ready for a new one. I'm ready to flip that calendar over for sure. So I hope and pray that you all have a safe New Year's Eve and a blessed New Year. Yeah. Okay. Off Lake Erie. We get lakefront snowstorms. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, that lake effect snow. Yeah. I remember growing up in Michigan, surrounded by those lakes. Yep. You too, Dan. You all have a blessed and safe and happy New Year. And I'm going to post something later this week. Like I said, when we celebrate with my mother-in-law, I may post a little bit of that, the Light Festival, later this week, but it'll be posted after we attend the event. I'll come home and edit that and probably put it out for consumption, Sunday night, sometime right after the event. I don't like to wait too long after we do special things like that, but I'll come home, do a quick edit, and put it out there because I love watching lights. I've watched some of the videos. There's just been some great videos this year of lights and stuff. Hey, Carlos, Happy New Year. I'm getting ready to jump off here, but I just wanted to wish everybody a Happy New Year and let everybody know that I'm hoping to go to a light festival. My mother-in-law's birthday is coming up this weekend, and we're gonna go to a light festival that she's been wanting to see for a while now. So we're gonna take her to that, and I'll come home and do a kind of a rough edit on that and post it after we see the lights, because I love all that stuff. So, yep. Carlos says, Happy New Year. Y'all check out each other's channels, and I'll get posted with a link on Amy's. We had talked about Amy earlier, post her channel out there. And thank you for thanks for checking out the live and checking out each other's channels. Y'all have a good, safe New Year's Eve and a Happy New Year. Take care.